Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Yeah. Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that Street Geek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, man. It's time. Oh, yeah. You've been sitting around waiting. You've been waiting to see L come back. Oh, you've been waiting to see them powers. And now we are finally here with season 5, or at least the beginning of season 5 of Stranger Things. And I'm not by myself. Down in the bottom square, Solar Gray. He's on the iPhone, but he's still with us. Say what's up.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, coming at you from the upside down, apparently.
All right, and we have Jay Shearer. What's up?
Nothing much, man. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but Stranger Things is my favorite television show of all time. So I'm super hyped about this.
Yeah. All time.
I'm into it.
You know what? I've never thought about favorite shows of all time, but this is probably up there.
I'm sorry. I'm with the Twilight Zone, but it's in good company.
Yeah, see, when it comes to Twilight Zone, it's tough because I would put that in a different box. I mean, yes, it's a TV show, but since it's an anthology, yeah. But Twilight Zone was, man, I remember I used to watch when I was younger. Scared the bejesus out of me.
Really?
Yeah, when I was younger, they would play Twilight Zone and then Outer Limits back to back.
Oh yeah.
I remember that I was like maybe like 7, 8, something like that, but it was a long time ago. But guys, look, Stranger Things. I'm going to start it off. We got 4 episodes. I'm going to start it off with Solar Gray first. How are you feeling that the season's back? Do you feel that we're back on a good footing?
What I can say is that I have 12 good reasons that we are back on good footing. Now, I would start with number 12.
Okay.
But I'm just going to give some at random. Okay. Yes, we are starting off on a good season. Number 1, I really appreciate that the writers are keeping up with the ages of the characters. Okay. Our ragtag group of kids on bikes really feel like teenagers this season. You know, they but they've always felt their age. They've always felt their age. I really like the idea that they created a premise of strange things happen. We got a bunch of kids on bikes. We got their teenage counterparts. We got their parents. And every way that they solve things is going to be a standard way that anybody can pull off. Oh, and by the way, they're going to fail a lot. And I like that a lot. And this season, I don't know, maybe we'll be talking about this later, but they really know how to establish stakes on this show. Now, I don't know if it's because of the new character curse that it's had, but I'm genuinely worried about whether or not they're going to succeed. You know, and I'm cynical.
I'll give you that because this is, I will say that Stranger Things is one of those shows that I don't think we're guaranteed a win at the end of the season. I would love it, but Stranger Things, and it's on Netflix, I don't know if we're guaranteed a win for this. But Jay, where you at?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's my favorite show of all time. So the only thing I'm nervous about is don't like screw it up, right? Like that's kind of like my viewpoint on it. And I would say that, the Dear Billy episode of season 4 is one of the best episodes of television ever. Like, if you're gonna give something a 10 out of 10, Dear Billy is like 10 out of 10 material, right? And so I'm always comparing the latest seasons to that. And I think that for me, I will say that episode 3, I can't remember the name of episode 3. It's the penultimate version. It's the penultimate episode of this block of episodes that we've got so far. I would say that gets to be like a 9 out of 10. That was a really cool episode for me. Episode 1 and 2, I loved as well. I thought they were really good setups. I thought they were really good characters meeting each other and interacting with each other in good ways. I have a couple things about episode 4 that are bothering me that I'm sure we'll get into, but they're not like, it's not like disaster time. It's not like, oh, I hate it, like she jumped the shark. It's just like, oh no, like I wish they would have done that a little bit differently. But other than that, like I mean, Stranger Things is awesome, dude. Like all the reasons Solar says, he's got 12 of them. I'm sure I agree with all of them. Like the way that the way that the Duffer Brothers have gone about creating this show is just so compelling, and they've used great source material to draw in all of these really cool concepts. We were talking about it beforehand. You were talking about how it's drawing from It and the lore around It. We've seen it draw from, like E.T. Yeah, all of the cool 80s things we loved as kids. Like they're drawing from that, and then they do a really good job. It's not just copying something. It's paying homage to it, and they do it really well.
Yeah, it's because even with Vecna, with me saying Vecna was my favorite villain of that year, even I'm able to say Vecna is Pennywise and Freddy Krueger mashed up in a very good way. Yeah. In a way where it's like, it's weird. It's clear the Duffer Brothers are saying like, hey, Stephen King, E.T., here it is. Yeah. But they're able to do it in a way where it's like, they're not ripping it off.
Right.
But they're kind of it's right. Weird because they've been able to take all of these awesome things and make something new. Mm-hmm. But you see the old stuff, but it's not in a rip-offy way. I'm sure Solar could say it in a very in a more astute manner, but it's not a rip-offy type of way, but you can also see those things.
There are two things on that. Mm-hmm. One, Jay nailed the perfect word. It is an homage. And second, us and ours, we know it as hip hop. We're taking all the stuff that was there before, and we're picking out certain bits, mixing and matching it in certain ways, and making something that nobody's ever seen before. To quote Hannibal Taboo.
Oh, now, with that said, speaking of hip hop, I'm gonna give this show a ding. I wouldn't be able to start this show without giving this show a ding. As a kid that wore a box many years when he was younger, whatever you are doing with Lucas is atrocious. All right, I don't know what. There are many photos of Gumbies, of steps, of low boxes, of high tops. Of what did you put on Lucas's head? I don't know what. There's many barbers all across the nation that you can go to. It's almost so bad I can't watch the show. That's how bad it is.
Okay, I give it horrible. A pass for one reason and one reason alone. Okay, and that reason is Lucas ain't got nobody to play spades with. All right,
but there's gotta be a barbershop
in small town
in Hawkins,
Indiana. In small town Hawkins. Nobody comes here who didn't grow up here or isn't assigned here by Uncle Sam, Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, and as a contingent of the white group doing the assessment, it's not like there's really good hair on the other side of that equation. I mean, Dustin's hair is terrible.
Will rocks that bowl cut.
What is going on with Jonathan? He never has it together. It's like, Jonathan, just comb it. Like Jonathan always looks like I don't care. Like, man, I don't care. I woke up and I'm gonna just leave my hair how it is.
Look, I'm gonna give a shout out to my white rural friends. All right, because let's face it, the only thing that's Jonathan and Will. I mean, let's see, Jonathan, I don't comb my hair and I always look like I just got the crap kicked out of me.
Yeah.
And Will bowl cut possession.
Man, that bowl cut was just foul, man.
Look, man.
I mean, it was a nice bowl cut, but it was a bowl cut nonetheless.
No, they're making it very clear that the only thing, like, they are one step removed, or two steps technically removed from the trailer park. Okay, Winona Ryder's character ain't got no money.
That's
she
true.
got a pair of scissors.
That's true.
And she got a bag. And I don't mean the kind. I'm talking like a burlap sack. You know, I mean that's pretty much what So Will stuck with a mixing bowl. This is what you got. You know, and his older brother. Just think about being an older brother in that circumstance.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Also, and my other thought about this show opening up, you can't spell America without Erica. I love, yo, the funny. Okay, matter of fact, they gave her good hair,
and it's also a very '80s thing, man. It's always been the kid poor kid dynamic in the '80s.
Like the funny thing is, like the whole Mean Girls breakdown of like why her and her friend. I was like, I've sat in front of this type of explanation before, and I've been like, why don't y'all just like y'all are cool though, right? Because see, us as younger boys, we fight, and then we're playing basketball tomorrow. So we're like, but y'all were just cool like 2 days ago. But I've sat in front of that explanation. Well, she thinks she's pretty because she has a new shirt, and it's like, well, just okay, just let it go.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're girls. We play mind games forever, and that's all we do. We mind game each other forever. And then I've seen it happen in the corporate world. Do you think it's going to end in middle school? No.
Oh, no.
That same group of mean girls are now going to be your mid-level management boss. They're going to do the same thing to you when you get there. So,
or your school nurse.
Yeah. So just be ready for it. But the action is there. Seeing Toothless catch that beat down was rough. But I mean, it's shot well. I'm glad everyone's back. Everybody's, kind of doing their detective thing once again. I'm surprised that we're getting that year time jump, but I also love Robin doing the radio, the Robin Williams of radio.
Good morning, Hawkins, Indiana.
So yeah, I love Rockin' Robin. Everything comes together, man. I even cheered when I saw Mike with the axe, with the sledgehammer. I was like, yeah, Mike, come on. I was like just all those things. I'm sitting here watching watching the computer, screen on my own, just cheering like, yeah, Mike, get him. And then because it was perfect. The only thing is, I was watching that scene more, and I was like, "You just pissed him off." As strong. Think about it. As strong as they are, falling into barbed wire, they still feel pain, and he's on fire. So you really just signed your death warrant. That's all you did. Like he was just looking for the kid, and now you've got to die.
That's why I love that episode.
That scene was awesome.
That episode, we had that scene, which was like a Home Alone, like let's capture the creature, like kind of deal, which was awesome. I love that scene. And then we also had the scene, which I loved, of Hopper fighting off the band of soldiers in the Upside Down, while 11 was freaking out because of the mind control thing or whatever. The sound
is that like a sound? The thing they used against the Hulk. The sound.
Yeah. Exactly. But that was because that was an amazing sequence too, where he's taking out all of those dudes, he's throwing their grenades, like that whole sequence was amazing.
Yeah, and this show definitely lets you know we're not pulling back on the action. We're going, especially when Vecna hit that. Okay, all right. That one shot, I was like, "Oh!" Like I even said it. I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh, all right.
Am I the only one that's gonna give it up to the mamas this season?
Oh yeah,
because the mom,
crazy mom number 1 and drinking mom number 2. Nah. You know what? Mike's mom has always been pretty cool. She's always been awesome. She like to get a drink on.
I was surprised though that of all the weapons used against Demogorgons, all you really need is a broken wine bottle to take that thing out, dude. Like, she hurt that thing more. She hurt the Demogorgon more than the Demogorgon gets hurt by all of the soldiers at the end firing machine guns into it.
Well, yeah, because that's not... Here's the thing. Mama's Fury turns every weapon magical.
Yeah.
Okay?
True.
I mean,
True.
think we're still afraid of shoes.
Okay? When she slipped on the floor, I was like, oh, I forgot. Shouts out to anyone who was born in the 80s or 70s. I forgot how slippery linoleum floors were. Look,
that's one of the things I wanted to bring up. No, I mean, seriously, Mike's mom was all Calgon, take me away. She had Mama's Little Helper going. She had the glass of wine. She had the bath run. I'm like, oh, she don't want to hear nothing. And then kid burst in, Mom, there's a monster. It's your imagination. At least it's going to be for the next hour or two while I'm soaking in this tub. What's that, blood?
It's like, oh, hold up.
And all I heard was the thump thump from Terminator. It's just like, wait, what's this on my dog? Chum, 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 chum. Oh no. I'm like,
shouts out to Newspaper Dad. Normally Newspaper Dad, he's look, I don't even know Mike's dad's name. He just reads the newspaper.
Ted Wheeler.
Oh, Ted.
Wheeler.
Ted sprung into action. Now, Ted, when you see that, don't say stay away or don't say back off. Just immediately attack. That thing, look, he was like, back off. I was like, no, just immediately attack. But he did. I mean, look, he's old. He tried. He actually did take, 2 swings, but the Demogorgon was like, get out of here.
Yeah. The 9-iron, not effective. Broken wine bottle, that is critical.
Like,
Mom energy, broken wine bottle, we're in.
Like, if you hit me with a 9-iron, very effective.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Demogorgon is like 7-8 feet tall, something like that.
Or like 9. It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
doesn't matter. You know why? Because nobody's afraid of Dad's 9-iron. You know, Dad's slow with that 9-iron. And if we've been to the golf course with Pops, we're really not afraid of his 9-iron.
See,
we know what
he
can't
needed.
do with it.
What he needed was, as the old men say, my grandpa strap. See if
you know what?
my grandpa coming.
You know, all Newspaper Dad had to do with the Demogorgon is just grab his belt buckle. That Demogorgon would have just been running.
Man, my granddad. Look, my granddad had to spank me once. That was it.
That was it.
I had enough. But yeah, so it's all these things where it's like the show, I'm glad it's back. It's bittersweet because I know it's going to end, but it's also like, you know what? I think we're going to end on a high note because we get everybody's together. They have their issues, of course, Jonathan and, Steve the Hare Harrington. They're going to have their issues, but everyone's back and they're giving their A game and like the shooting, the acting. I'm happy. I'm happy.
I still don't get what's so hot about Nancy.
I don't know,
really
man. Maybe it's, they grew up with her. She's the girl next door.
I guess I'm all about Robin, and not just because she looks like her mama, but I mean,
I felt bad because I was like, yo, at season 4, I was like, oh man, this might be a connection, like Steve changed. And I was like, oh well, I was like, hey, it happens. And I was like, because I was like, oh, you know what, this will be a nice connection, a different change of pace. He's so different from Nancy. This will be good for you, Steve. And I was like, oh well,
you forgot.
Never mind.
Yeah, you forgot. you totally forgot last season that.
I was like, never mind. When they were in the back, no, that was season 3 when they were in the mall.
Yeah, 3. Yeah,
season 3, I was like, this will be a good change of pace for you. She's not like Nancy. This will be great. And then when they had the conversation in the bathroom, I was like, oh well,
okay.
Yeah, well, I was like, too bad.
Yeah, keep looking.
And I love how they visually gave us a replay of that moment. But I gotta say, as happy as I am to meet number 12, there's got to be an easier way to get there. Because we're watching the show from season 1 to present. And the biggest thing going through my head is like, why can't he get a break?
Oh, man.
Because when they were in the hospital and he was looking at Robin and then he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I heard the Charlie Brown theme as he walked off, just the
Oh man, so
looking for a beagle on top of a doghouse in the back of the shot. I mean, it's just sad.
All right, I'll throw this out to you. This season we have one new character. We have 2 sort of mainish new characters. How are we feeling about Sarah Connor? And how are we feeling about new military man guy? I'll throw it to Solar.
Which new military man guy?
The black guy I
Okay.
guess he's just under Dr. K.
Yeah.
So him and of course Dr. K.
And he was
aka
in
Sarah Connor.
4 a little bit too.
Oh, wait, what? Oh,
yeah,
yes.
he was.
The shootout at the house.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
that's wild.
Yeah.
how
Like,
do
you're
we
just
feel?
chilling at home and you're like,
You know, what I gotta say is I always love Linda Hamilton. Okay, always love Linda Hamilton. Have since I was a child. Strike that. Have since I was a teenager. Because I give her a pass for Children of the Corn and Terminator 1. But from Terminator 2 on, I'm like, this woman, I watched the show Beauty and the Beast because she was in it. So I'm happy to see her here. Second, I did not know that I needed Linda Hamilton as Darth Vader. I really didn't. Because I love cold, calculating villains that actually know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's talking to 11 and she flips the switch and 11 starts freaking out, I was expecting, no, 11, we didn't take your mother. I am your mother. And I wanted to see Haley Bobby Brown going, no, it's not true. Because it was the setup. It was the setup, and the show was taking place in the year of, I think the year of Empire Strikes Back. So I was waiting for that call. But yeah, I love that they included a new villain that's both military and corporation. Mm-hmm. And they wrapped it up in such a well-written character. Because notice every time she's on screen, she's like, that sounds like an excuse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were Lieutenant of Excuses. Hey, guys, we got a Lieutenant of Excuses here. So if you need to not do anything, you just need to have him come over and speak. Or you could do your job.
The only thing with her that I was agreeing with the soldier that came to her, where she was like, "You can protect them, right?" Dr. K, I think you're underestimating these things, and it shows when they arrive, because you think it's going to be one. Like Dr. K, we don't know how many there are, and yes, we can protect them from like human threats, but I mean, we're dealing with things that like we don't really like. There's no military application for particularly right now, and when those demigorgons show up, man, it's not like for lack of trying. It's not like, hey, we just we didn't shoot enough, and then. It's just, I think she doesn't realize, I think she's still in that villain area of like, you're so smart, you don't really realize how bad it could be.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. In my experience, and Jay, either help me out or correct me on this, but in my experience, a really good villain never wins to a clever hero. They lose to their own hubris.
Oh, yeah.
Stay right there. Are you guys in agreement that Vecna may be leaning into his arrogance a little too much? Like, because remember, he's like, I don't need them. And because see, last season, I kind of got it. You were dealing with just the kids. But now, since L is out and you kind of lost that fight to L, but now you're still walking around like, I'll be back and conquer you later. It's like, no, you better do it now. There's no guarantee you can win. You kind of lost to L last season.
No, actually,
like, you can't be too
Linda
arrogant.
Hamilton took the L. It doesn't work as well over audio. Do we think that Vecna is falling to his own arrogance? Bro, he monologued.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you monologue.
Well, and he also said he was taking the weakest kids, and
Right?
both the weakest kids are already conquering him. I mean, he took Holly, and he's saying he's taking the weakest kids. Holly's already working against him, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
And
know
then
that
he
yet,
took Derek, and Derek's already working against him to smuggle kids out. So he so he's for sure being too arrogant.
Shouts out to little D Derek. I'll just say.
Nah,
Oh man, see,
he
he
needs to
just
get
needed
slapped.
someone to believe in him. See, that's why. Look, moms know. He just needed someone to believe in him.
You know what? You know, of this panel, I am the last one to advocate hitting a child.
The last one.
Like, you know, I'm a timeout dad. You know, I don't even smack a 2-year-old on the butt, dad. I'm just I now don't get me wrong, and hopefully not a lot of kids see this, because you know my big thing with kids is I would never ever under any circumstances hit my child. But at the same time, my child will never, ever, under any circumstances know that. And, you know, but that being said, my hand was shaking because the knuckles on my backhand were trying to, like, you know, dimensionally portal through the trees. I'm like,
he was going a little too far at the dinner table. I was like, hey, okay.
No, that part I don't mind, actually. Because
how about when he talked to his mom when she came in? I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's what kids do when they know they can get away with something. They keep pushing that button.
Well, true, because his parents have created an atmosphere where he can do that. See, if he... See, it's tough, because you don't want to... Don't hit kids, okay? Before I start.
Yeah.
Do not hit kids.
Now, sending another kid with a poison pie, that's different.
And jabbing her in the neck. I was like, Erica is like, she is down.
Erica's terrifying. Like, she's I thought when they introduced her season before last.
3, yeah.
Yeah, season 3. And then when they expanded on her in season 4, I'm like, there's the real monster. I didn't know how right I was.
I love how she's like, yeah, I could easily help solve y'all problem and be a great piece to the puzzle, but I don't really feel like doing it.
Yeah.
And the last time we heard that was where? Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 3, Deadpool Wolverine. Yeah, I can help you out of here, but I don't want to.
I don't really feel like it. Yeah. Like, I'd rather just be the smartest kid in the class. He's like, Erica again.
And shouts out to Mike for still being the idea man, because it's like, look, I will tell you, you help us with this, and you'll never have to talk to her again. She will give you a wide berth in the hallway. She's like, now that's what you lead with, you know.
Or even Mike with the inspiration, because we get that in season 4 where Will says, Mike, you're the heart, you're the inspiration. And like Mike brings up, you know, Will controlling the Demigorgons, because even I'm sure we all kind of saw it like, hey, the Demigorgon's hesitating. Is that because of Will, or is it? But see, I thought the Demigorgon was hesitating because just like Will is feeling its pain, now it's starting to feel Will's pain, like back and forth, and it kind of made him hesitate a little bit. But I was like, oh no, okay.
Hive mind. Yeah, hive mind. And but yeah, it wasn't the fact that she was down with taking a poison pie, because as Toothless said, morally speaking, I have no problem with this plan. But by the way, other monster.
Yes.
And it was the fact that she pulled out a syringe. Like, did you just have that
was part of the plan? Like, I'm gonna have to do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, she had the foresight to think, nah, I'm gonna have to jab somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it, ooh, I get to jab somebody? Either way, there was gonna be a jabbing.
Yes.
And
That's true.
and the fact that it had so much is the thing. Now I realize it might have been a thing for the camera, and I appreciate and respect that.
That was filled with the hate of I can't remember the girl's name now.
Yeah,
but that was filled with Erica's hate.
Yeah, that was hate Vera right there. I mean, that was, that it's like, if you don't have a burn, inject this, because you need some hate Vera in your system. Yeah. So I was, but I was genuinely impressed. Speaking of Dumb Derek, he really gave Joyce a chance to shine, and I really do like that.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I'm all about the moms. I mean, granted, like most boys that were teenagers in the 1990s, yes, I have a crush on Winona Ryder. But her going, I'm being so nice. Look, I'm the soft mom. I'm this. Oh, the Demigorgon's here, and she picks up the axe. And I'm like, there you are.
Even Mike was like, yeah, your mom's cool, but she's like 5'1". But I mean, she has heart though. She has heart.
Oh yeah, yeah. That you don't get to see heart like that unless you watch like a sports film. Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, Sean Austin and Rudy. Oh, Sean Austin. Oh, yeah.
This actually gives us a great example of handling like an ensemble cast, like a true. Okay, so we have what? Nancy, Mike, Holly, Will, Jonathan, Mom. You got Steve the Hair Harrington, Toothless, Lucas, his sister. Like there's like, I don't know, 85. No, okay. But there's like 15, 20 characters that we're like sort of like continually juggling, and it's done where I don't feel like anyone's shortchanged. I don't feel like Hop is shortchanged. I don't feel like, Elle's not getting her shine. Or I don't feel like, like Will's not getting his shine or something like that. Everybody gets a chance to get their lines and their moments. And
they get it. I think it's because the writers finally understood that it's an ensemble piece and not a love story between Mike and Elle.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to lie. I guess they read fan mail or something, but the biggest complaint was like, I want to know what's going on with the supernatural stuff and what's going on with this government organization. I don't care about Elle and Mike, said the fan mail.
Well, I mean, we do, but like weighed against, because I'm glad. I'm one of those people like, cool, they're together, let them be together. Don't do this kind of like drama stuff. Just let them be together, because now you've let me know that there's the government and then this other government that is part of this government, but they're shooting at this government. And I guess who's in charge? That's a story all of its own. Like, because you have the guy. He was the guy in Beverly Hills Cop. He was Axel's friend in Detroit, but he's also one of the police. I mean, one of the doctor guys. I can't remember his name. But like he's part of the good government guys. Right. But then there's the bad government guys that are shooting his guys, but then he took Elle back to the original bad guy, and so. That's a story all its own that I'm actually interested in, because now it seems like, I guess, the good-ish government guys are all gone. I guess it's just Dr. K, and maybe they've won.
No, I think they're coming back next season. They're coming back at Christmas, because we were talking about people that got their time to shine. We got a couple of moments of shine, but we really got not a whole lot of path to resolution for Sam. We got her monologue. We know what she was doing. We figured out, okay, she's in a coma. Oh, she had the tragic almost out of coma moment.
Yeah, that was because I think he even did he call her name? Was he like, Or
Yeah.
was she calling his? She was like Lucas and yeah, because he never. I don't think he ever was like, "Hey Max, wake up" or anything like that. I don't
Oh no,
think
he did.
he did. Oh,
He
okay.
gave
Yeah,
that
he was just
great
talking to her.
monologue
Yeah.
about, they're going
We need the whole
to
party.
do all that stuff. Yeah, we need the whole party.
Yeah.
And that includes you. And I'm like, you go, man. You go, little man. I better see you something that Tyler Perry didn't write one of these days. And yeah, so they showed her perspective. They showed what happened. But she got a little bit of a monologue, and I forgot the name of the actress, but she nailed what
Sadie
they
Sink.
did.
Yeah, Sadie Sink is a great actress.
Yeah,
Sadie-
she was even
Sadie
cool
Sink,
in the
killed
in
it.
those horror movies that Netflix did on
Oh, I didn't see those.
the
but
Fear
yeah.
Street joints. Those
Did
were
you
cool.
know that one of the Duffer Brothers' wives directed this?
Oh, word.
I just found that out yesterday when I was researching.
Nice.
It. No, I had no clue. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, they've all been solid, and yeah, that moment with Holly, yeah, Holly and Matt, Holly, who is the most Red Riding Hood of all Reddish Riding Hoods.
I know. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, so that I'm almost absolutely sure it's going to come into play. Because she's like, for some reason he won't come in here. Seems like he's scared of it. I don't know. And I mean, from her perspective, she's like, I don't know. It's just the desert. I don't know. Because I mean,
I don't know how creepy they're gonna get with that. But when you put 2 and 2 together, that he was a Boy Scout, and that looks like a Boy Scout location, and something bad happened to him, I'm like, how creepy is this gonna get, bro? It's like
I didn't even think about that.
So they don't care about getting canceled.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
I didn't
there
even
could
think
be
about
something
that.
there that's like because why is he praying against all of these kids, right? Like, how does he know that kids are so vulnerable? Maybe because he was vulnerable at one point in time, right? Like, that would be a crazy thing to bring in, but they're kind of hinting at it in a little bit of a way. So
I didn't even think about that. See, when I thought of desert, I was just like, well, maybe he was stranded. Maybe he got lost or something and he was stuck in the desert. I don't know. Because when she said it's got a view, and I was like, it's just a desert.
Yeah.
But
Right.
when you look at the cave area, when it looks like a kind of like a little campsite,
Yep.
I could, yeah.
And Holly got all her stuff. Like, she got that little thing that she put the like the Boy Scout thing. She got it from a Boy Scout like
Yeah, you're
package
right.
that he had. So I was like, oh man, I don't know about this.
So
That's
yeah.
wild.
Yeah, that could be. They might
see.
they might touch on that. And
Yeah.
So, but
Now-
that would make sense for him to kind of go from being abused to becoming an abuser in that way, and then also that would inform of like the weak minds, the weak stuff. And speaking of weak minds, the episode where he had Holly at the mansion at his kind of old fake house,
Right.
garage house or whatever. When she even asked about her parents, and he was like, "Oh, I know you want to check on them, but the doctors, they want to make sure that they've got them." Kids aren't stupid; they're just inexperienced and they're naive, and it just made. I was like, "No, baby, he's lying." I was like, "Get out of there!" But I mean, at the same time, once you're in the house, the game's he's already won. Oh man, I felt, and I literally spoke to Lisa. I was like, "Lisa, we got to make sure we keep our boy close, because kids are just like, oh, okay, I take that at face value, no problem."
Well, keep in mind,
I don't question possible lies or anything. Just okay,
No.
cool, no problem.
keep in mind, I don't want to use the common word, but he did the back prep. It's not like he was a stranger.
True.
He'd been in her head for God knows how long, at least a month.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And with that, I mean, every kid has an imaginary friend or has a friend that's just theirs that their parents can't see.
Mhm.
Most kids even know what imaginary means. And it's like, no, this isn't my imaginary friend. This is my friend. You just can't see him. And please stop being patronizing. So says 8-year-old Solar. And, so he had already established a road of trust with Holly
Yeah.
and all the other kids, like his plan wasn't executed poorly. It seems like it's poorly conceived, but we don't exactly know what it is. You know,
Yeah, because he has them like connected to some. Maybe he's using their collective psychic energy to juice himself up. I don't know. But he has them connected to some kind of. He has them connected to some kind of spire or something. I don't know. Because he had Will connected to it.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe he needs their life force or something. Maybe that's how he's opening all these gates. Maybe it's more than just the gates being kill sites like we were talking about in season 4. Maybe it's he also needs these, bodies to kind of juice up how demigorgons just roll in and out whenever they feel like it. Because I was like, oh, I didn't know y'all could do that. Like, he just came in and out and then went out and came in through another part of the house. I was like, when could y'all do that? So maybe that's due to these kids. I don't know. So of course, we have 4 more episodes on.
Yep. Like they start at Christmas. Like on the 26th? They end Christmas.
Oh, yeah, Christmas is
from
3
Christmas
episodes.
To New Year's.
And then
so Christmas is 3 episodes. All right.
And one more episode on New Year's Eve.
Cool.
And the Christmas episodes are each like an hour and a half, dude. They're like it's basically like 2 movies.
Yes.
It's like 2 more movies and then a 3rd movie coming out on New Year's Eve.
Nice. That's another thing that's dope about streaming is that you don't have to particularly write for commercials. And I've heard that out of a writer's mouth. A writer has told me the good thing, well, he was saying the bad thing is that you're not getting 24 episodes. You used to be kind of able to bank on like, okay, cool, it's going to be 24 episodes. It's going to be XYZ amount of money. He was like, but now it's more like 13, 10, 8, something like that. He was like, but you also don't have to write for commercials anymore. Right. Like, you don't have to wait for the break or, write for coming from the break. You don't have to write for that. You can just like write the episode. So I do like that, where the episodes can be as long as they need them to be. So an hour and a half, I'll take it, especially since we're coming to the end. And I watched the whole series last month to prepare for this coming back. So, man, it's awesome that we're gonna get that much Stranger Things and that much goodness. All right, I'll throw it to Jay. What do you want to talk about now? Because I know we've been. See, what time is it? See, look at my clock. Okay, cool. So we got a little bit, like a small little bit, but
well, a couple things. So one thing I wanted to pick up on was notice how Henry or Vecna talks to Holly.
Henry, number one. Vecna.
Yeah. AKA,
he has too many names.
Yeah.
I love how everyone who comes in this news says that.
Yeah, it's awesome. But he notice how he observed Holly. And he observed the way that you always hear kids like, do you want candy? Oh, I know you like blackberries. Oh, I'm going to make chocolate chip pancakes for Derek. But then when she talks to Max is like, no. I know you and your family. Like, your brother had the stupid hot orange mohawk. Like,
he wanted the mohawk.
Yeah. So it wasn't just like a surface level, I know you like this stuff. It was like, no, I know what's going on in your life and your family, and like I was a part of that whole situation. I thought that was a good dichotomy to share the difference.
She had to bring up the mohawk and the color. Yeah. She was like, hot orange.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know why they call it hot orange, but yeah.
I like that a lot. That was really cool. I really liked because for some reason it did not click with me that they were going to do this, and it probably should have clicked with me. But I really liked how Robin became sort of a mentor for Will, since he has nobody else in his life that's gay and have nobody else that knows how to even treat that. I mean, like, Jonathan actually knows, his mom knows, but they don't know how to help him along in that, right? So having Robin there to help him along in that, I thought was really cool, and it made it such an easier transition for her to be like,
she also said, "What's
going on with you?"
She said, "I knew that. I knew that bowl cut."
Yeah. So
you got to change your hair, man. You got to change it.
You got to change it, dude. You're the only person in this town that we know it's.
Like, you got to let it go, man. The bowl cut's got to go. Why are they doing you like this?
The only thing I will say,
it's pretty bad.
The only thing I will say that I, as a person who writes, I am getting a little bit tired of the 2010s trope. That actually, I'm at first I was not tired of it. I was actually a defender of it in several cases, but I'm a little bit annoyed by it in this particular case because I feel like there were ways to overcome this that were not utilized.
Okay.
But the whole aspect of you can go Super Saiyan mode right after someone tells you that you can just do it to me is like,
you mean the power of friendship, the power of love, we gotta have those, man.
No, you gotta have it. No. Let me be clear. Let me be clear what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I know what you're talking about.
you do have to understand who you are from a character perspective before you're able to fully realize who you're supposed to be. That's not an issue. I'm not taking that at issue. I'm not saying like that's the problem, because that is, I think, accurate. You have to. There's two things that a character must overcome to become the person they're intended to be. One of them is mental. One of them is physical. The problem I have is that when one of those supersedes the other one, and you don't account for both. So the only problem I had in this episode was that there was somewhat of an indication that he had prevented the Demogorgon from attacking his mom. Fine, acknowledged. Yeah. But then he goes to, I can control everyone through Vecna because I got a pep talk. And I think that is not, I just don't like that. I like to have it be like, no, there's another scene in there somewhere where he does a little bit more, and then we get him going to full God mode. But the transition for me was just way too fast, and it's become a little bit of a trope in movies ever since, like I said, like the 2010s, where it's like, oh, your only problem is that you lack confidence. It's like, no. You lack confidence, but
and you've never done this before.
Exactly. So part of confidence is doing it multiple times and going like, now I'm confident. So you need the emotional.
So you don't want the scene where he's like, no.
Yes, exactly.
Jaws is one of my favorite movies, but still, he's just like, no. But to your credit, Neo had been kind of fighting throughout. People forget about the Matrix. It stops the movie for a long time for them to go to that white room and learn kung fu and do the jump thing where he misses, or he turns around, sees the girl and has a gun, and they stopped the movie for a while to break down sort of what the Matrix is and what you can do in the Matrix. Yeah. So I'll give you that. Yeah.
So it's just a minor annoyance of mine, because it's not like I'm saying like it's bad. Like I want to see that moment from Will at the end of episode 4. Like we all want that moment for Will. For 100%. Yeah. That's what he deserves. I just think because he's the wizard. He's the wizard, the sorcerer, whatever. Yes.
So yeah.
So that was the only thing that I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, come on, man. Like you could have given us. You're already doing long episodes, and you're not going to offend me by adding another 15 minutes to show that Will will learn some things here and there. He's go, oh, I think I might be able to control this in this kind of way. Like, and then the pep talk from Robin was awesome. What she told him was great. The fact that he goes back through his memories and sees himself and goes like, yeah, I could have more confidence here. Fantastic. I love all that stuff. It's just that I'm like, okay, but you went from not being able to do anything and being super victim to then suddenly becoming superhero. I'm like, there's another thing we need.
We could also have a scene where he acknowledges, or maybe his mom acknowledges, that I've played into that.
Yes.
Like I've helped you play into that by, I don't know, overprotecting you or extra babying you or whatever term I know people have better terms, but I've actually played into you being weak because I've been so scared. But I get it. You're a mom and your kid disappears.
Yeah, no, they already had that scene.
But she's doing it again in this season.
So I definitely get where Jay is coming from with that trope. I have to give this one a pass for the following reason. That whole going from super victim to God mode, I only saw part of the 2010 power trope in this. He did it in a state of emergency, and it was his first time.
Yeah.
Now, This was the Wyatt Earp no while walking across the river. Is he going to do it again?
Right.
That is where we find out whether or not this trope becomes complete.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's why I'm saying it's not the end of the world. Like, it didn't like ruin it for me. It was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh no, if it had ruined it for you, you wouldn't have opened this episode with Stranger Things is my favorite show.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But when it comes to okay, Will finally has a power awakening, his X-Men moment, if you will.
Yeah.
Number one, I know I'm hyper jazzed primarily because we've had 4.5 seasons of Will, the super victim.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And he finally does something that is useful in the eyes of people that don't read comic books.
Well, I thought he could also be useful in being kind of like the early warning system, but it seemed like they didn't want him to do that in the show because this
was
is
a
what.
radar for
if
all
I
of
get
season
another
2.
shot of Will doing this, I'm like, okay, because in around season 3 or so, I was like, okay, well maybe he can be our early warning system. Like okay, they're over there. I can feel them. They're that way. They're coming in the front door or something like that. But he's just like.
Well, they did that with Will throughout all of season 2.
Yeah, but he didn't keep it. I was expecting him to like kind of keep it and be able to build on that because it seems like they built on him in a negative way. Like he's always getting hurt. Like Will's always getting hurt. Will's always getting. But I'm like, they didn't build him the other way. But now it seems like they're building him the other way. Like, oh no, this connection is a two-way street. Yeah. And now I realize that. And now, like when you're like sort of using me, I can also use that same connection to do what I want to as well, kind of thing.
Right.
Oh yeah,
so,
the door
but I'm like, why did it take
through both ways?
Yeah, so. But I'm like, why did it take so long? Because I was expecting at least more of a early warning detection system. So I was expecting
he didn't
him to go
do it
that
much
route.
in season 3 or season 4, and it would have been cool if he would have done a little bit more of it.
Yeah, I was expecting
if
him
they
to
had
do
built
that
in a little bit more, then it would be like pay off a little bit easier for me to digest.
Well, I'm gonna say mid-level
that's sort of what I was
to
expecting
good writer
in there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say mid-level writer to good writer. This what you guys are talking about would have been really cool. However, that
I'm also adding like 2 or 3 more episodes to the show.
No. What you guys are talking about adds way too much power to our protagonists. Because if Will is the early warning system in that way, then okay, let's think about what the threat, like what the real superpower of the threat is, the game behind the game. And the number one thing, especially with the Demigorgons, is that they can show up anywhere at any time. The element of surprise is their number one thing, even more than their durability, more than their Predator meets Squidward appearance, and more than their complete disregard for life outside of their own. It's the fact that they can be anywhere. They're not stuck by walls or, okay, they do have to obey the laws of gravity, but you can't hide from them because they come through dimensional gates. Now, if Will had the power in seasons 3 and 4, okay, how could they not find Vecna really quickly? How could they not deal with all that stuff? So
I get you. You do have to rewrite tracking down Vecna because
and 80% of the show, 80% of the kids on bikes genre is them looking for stuff. I mean, they got to find the thing.
Yeah, so I do present another problem if he becomes their early warning detection.
Yeah, I mean,
but he also never said nothing. Will would just be like, "Okay, I feel it," and I'm not. Michael be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding, I'm just chilling, no big deal, just kicking it." I'm like, "No, tell them something crazy is going on. He'll believe you because they were there."
Yeah, exactly. So giving him all of that would have given too much power to the protagonist and made the stories less satisfying. Now, that being said, I haven't agreed with what they've been doing with Will for all these seasons. Because I don't like number one, I've never liked the psychic powers cause me pain as a way to get past how powerful the ability is. I've never liked that. And I'm about to light up that comment section. Even when I was watching the X-Men cartoons when I was a teenager, every time Professor Xavier used his powers, what happened? Wonk, feedback. Great. Bald guy in wheelchair falls down again. This is fantastic. The most powerful mutant in the world.
Well, I mean, there is a thing of like mental fatigue. You get mentally tired. So I guess they were trying to convey that you gotta, because they're not physically tired. So you gotta I guess you gotta do something. I don't know how else you would display it.
Hey, you know what? They do it with those nosebleeds, which, major shout out to Firestarter from Stephen King. You can have them pass out, sure, but passing out from exhaustion and passing out from pain are two different kind of pass outs. Okay. And every time anything has tapped a little bit of Will's psychic potential, it's always been pain, and I've never liked that. Now, in truth, I honestly think and believe that is what Vecna's actual plan is he's taking the kids that shine, so to speak.
Yeah,
because you're right. It's not
theory.
all the kids. All the kids don't see him.
Right.
And
so essentially, these are kids that Papa probably would have taken. So I get it. I get it. So he's basically just replaying what was done to him to a certain degree.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Except
he was crazy from the jump.
Huh?
Except he was crazy from the jump. Or maybe we don't know, because now we got that whole entry from the desert cave or whatever that he's scared of. Now we don't really know. Maybe something happened to him there where, maybe that changed him, and that's why he became a killer and then pranked his dad and all that stuff.
Now, I know I'm not a program director or anything like that, but are we going to completely avoid the elephant that's in this room?
What?
Which one?
Number 8.
Yeah. You know what? Cool. I know we've been going long. Let's finish on number 8. So Solar, start on number 8. Give your thoughts, and then we'll do final. And then we'll do where you can find you and everything. But let's talk about 8.
So, I thought that was an interesting callback, a necessary callback, and I'm not going to be cynical on this one because let's be real. 8 was the main character from the season that everyone hated.
Yeah.
Now, I particularly didn't like it, but I also liked season 2 of Walking Dead. So, what do I know? But it opened up a couple of things for me where I thought the story was going, and I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't going there. Which was, I'll tell you what I thought. Okay, what I thought was the Demigorgons were doing the whole Demigorgon thing and all that jazz, and I still could be correct, but I don't know. In the sense of, I was thinking that number 8 was Mr. Watson.
Because he can make people see things.
Well, we had the Demogorgons coming out, taking the kids in a monstrous way. And then, but then, once they got to the Upside Down, it looked completely different. It looked more like Elm Street. And they put, she put the kid in they put the kids in the mansion, did the whole thing. So we got the government over here trying to, quote, protect, end quote, the kids. And then we've got Vecna out there taking the kids. And I'm like, was there a pass-off moment or some kind of thing like once they got to the Upside Down, she changed what was in their heads, and she was actually keeping them safe in there because when they got Holly, the thing I noticed more than I noticed anything else was that Holly wasn't strapped to something with a vine pumping something down her throat, like Will was. It was have a dollhouse, have your favorite cassette tape because CDs hadn't come out by then. Have your favorite, have your favorite candy, have all this stuff. Just be cool, okay? Be cool, and I'm gonna go I'm gonna go get Derek, But I mean, when they get to the room and we have our wonderful heartfelt goodbye from Hopper, and then he opens the door like, wait a minute, you're about to go suicide bomb. And I'm like, why didn't he blow himself up? That's what they were setting up for. That was, oh no, I've been hoodwinked. I've been bamboozled. I've been tricked. Because he's like, oh, you can come in now. And I could make a joke about the breakfast following that. Because, you give your heartfelt goodbye to your kid because you're about to go suicide bomb. And then you don't suicide bomb. You go, oh, by the way, I found your sister. And, what's breakfast going to be like after that, Right. But to see that 8 was there and 8 is being used for something, I thought 8 was the one that was saving the kids in reality. Because when Vecna showed up, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, wait, this is different. Maybe Henry's changing his tactics. Nah, villains don't change like that. And then when I saw it was her, and I love how they had to give us a little flashback, like, remember this one? Remember this one from season 3? Yeah, you hated her, but we got to use for her because it's the final season, and contractually we have to bring everyone back. And except Sean Austin and Johnny Storm. But so when they brought her back, I'm like, okay, they rescued her. Cool. What revelations is she gonna give? How was she caught?
Yeah, I do want to know how she was caught. I was like, yo, they definitely, because the level of her powers, and she works on her powers.
Yes.
So they really caught her slipping.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what's the deal with her being there? And are they going to do more with her than they did last time?
They kind of have to now. If they don't, it's going to be a huge disappointment, to be honest.
I think it's. I think we're gonna have to use all of our, skills, everybody to kind of take down not only Vecna but also kind of reverse all these gates, put them, close everything back, put it where it was, and now we finally have number 8, which I think was probably being used to hide them from Vecna because these dummies put a base in the upside down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, whoa, you have a base over? I mean, I guess maybe it's so stupid, it's smart. Maybe I was like,
well, the closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
So I'm like, so you mean like in Vecna's house, you put a base in his house? So I thought that was, but now it's probably because it's shielded by number 8. You probably can't see it. So, that's probably how they were using her. So then that kind of presents another issue for the military, at least at that base, because once they take her out, any shielding that she's probably doing, if that's how they're using her, is going to be gone. And of course, Elle has her sister. So now we have 3 powered people, or maybe 2.5, because we can't guarantee that hyper stress is going to be repeatable. Like, there's just, it's like Goku's spirit bomb. He doesn't do it all the time. He can only do it a couple times. You got, like, give me your power, but he can't do that all the time. So we have like 2.5 powered people, but we still don't know. I mean, what? Like 5 Demigorgons took on pretty much a whole military base, maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, and own a wrecked shop.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of problems with it.
Right. And then Vecna came up and was like, "Oh, this is light work."
Yeah, did any of the Demigorgons actually die?
No.
I don't think
the the 3 did that Will killed.
Yeah, but before
other than
Will
that-
got
no,
involved,
before that, no,
Yeah,
none
so-
of them died.
Yeah, none.
So yeah, we have to really rethink our tactics.
Yeah.
So yeah, now with that, you guys can actually find me on YouTube under Solar Gray. And you can of course find me on Instagram at Back in the Deck. That's at symbol, or no, it's not an ampersand. At symbol BACKINTHEDECK. And yeah, so I talk about gaming, storytelling, and just being nice people. I've been on a hiatus for 2025, but I'll be coming back strong in 2026. And yeah, so thanks to the Russo brothers, I know deep down in my bones that on New Year's Eve there's gonna be okay, 11 this is one of the main party from season 1 on your left moment where everybody gets back together, where we'll have 8, 11, and now 12 teaming up against Vecna.
We're gonna call that 12 now.
I'm gonna call him 12. Yeah, I'm absolutely calling him number 12.
Okay.
He lived, he got the powers. They made it very clear in season 1 that 11 was the last one.
Yeah,
so I'm calling him number 12. And if the show ends with him getting a 12 tattoo, I'd be fine with that. Not just because I like wizards and everything, but in all honesty, Will has needed a break.
Mm-hmm.
Will needed something. And if you look back in retrospect, yeah, he's being put through the ringer because he's now the other powerhouse. He's now that character.
And notice he was able to do to the Demigorgons what Vecna was doing to other people.
Yeah,
exactly.
Elle was always like, I tilt my head, you go flying. That's cool. But Vecna was like, ooh, origami. Which I personally am anxious to see how they're going to deal with Max when she wakes up, because she was origamied and blinded. And so now is Will gonna be the healer and take her back to normal? Because they kind of pushed to that, like Will being the healer and the cleric type thing in season 1.
Yeah. And now they kind of brought it back up with with Mike's conversation here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Mike's conversation with Holly. We know that either Sam or 11 is going to be the one that rescues her because of the amulet, the miniature that he gave him. So that he gave her. So, I'm really liking the fact that I can tell the writers took their time. The writers took their time and they're thinking things through, and we're only 4 episodes in on an 8-episode season. So what we've got so far has been great storytelling, and it has been great marketing, because I'm not gonna lie, I know what I'm doing on Christmas now.
Oh yeah.
It's easy.
It's like, open present. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm opening my present. You're just watching Stranger Things. Shut your mouth. Go play with those new toys you just got. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, the writers did a great job. So I'll pass it back to you guys.
All right, Jay. Any 8 thoughts, and then where can they find you?
Yeah, I mean, it's still my favorite show. I'm still looking forward to. I mean, this was the kind of thing where I literally deleted Instagram and YouTube from my phone on Wednesday night because I was only able to watch 2 episodes, and I'm like, I can't log into Instagram. I'm not getting spoiled. I don't want it. That's how much I cared about it. And yeah, so the next month is going to be awesome because I can't wait for what we see next. I've already watched the episodes twice. I'm going to watch them again probably before these next ones come out. I'm all merched up. I got my sweatshirt and my hat.
Star Court.
Yeah. I think underneath this I have a Steve Harrington babysitter t-shirt too. So yeah, this is a great show. I think there's a lot of pressure on. Here's what I think could be. I think we're gonna get fan service no matter what, but I don't think it's gonna be negative fan service. Like I would say that the Will turn in episode 4 is fan service, but it's still cool, right? We still want to see Will get to that place.
Yeah, we were all tired of Will being kind of like, he's just kind of like the upside down punching bag, man. 100%. Like he never. Yeah, so it's good to see him like swing back one time.
100%. Yeah, so that's cool. I think we're gonna get obviously, like, I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm totally team Steve Harrington, not team Jonathan, on who gets to at least be with Nancy and when this closes out. Because the whole point about him having a wedding ring or an engagement ring he's gonna propose to Nancy, like, forget that, dude. That does not seem right to me. But I think it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. You can find me at How Stories Work with Jay Shear. That's where I do videos. I don't have any videos on Stranger Things, I don't think, but I probably should do one. But I try to break down, stories and storytelling and understand how people are telling stories, how they're doing a good job with that, or doing a bad job with that, so that I can, learn from other people's experiences. That's what I do over at How Stories Work with Jay Shear. Check it out over there. You can check about my short films as well. Disclosure is out over there, and then we're gonna put No Vacancy over there probably in January. So
cool. All right. Well, for my end, guys, we are truly fed well in the world of Stranger Things. We've got tons of characters. They're all getting their moments to shine. We got crazy action, bloodier action than I expected. And it seems like Vecna is ripe for the arrogance fall. Because Vecna, not only did he monologue, but he turned his back on his enemies. He's feeling himself right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, he got the Force, so he was able to open the gate. So he really think you're not. It's not done yet. Right. But with that said, guys, check out, shouts out to Ed. I told Ed that I would give him a shout out on the show. Ed hooked me up with an amazing review over on Etsy. Got some NERDSoul decor, so shouts to him. If y'all want some wall art, check out NERDSoul decor. It's similar to stuff back here. It's framed up. It's really cool. Check it out. Besides that, we will have more episodes coming. It's just I've gotten a lot of work done, and I'm done with a whole bunch of outside work. So now I'll be having more episodes. And holla at me, let me know what you want to talk about in the new year. We'll see. I know I'm behind on tons of anime, but I will catch up. I've seen like the first episode of My Hero this year, and I know it's the final season. I know. Look, I'll catch up. I promise I will. But with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Until the next time that you have to. Peace. And Ghostbusters 2 is not that bad.